Welcome to CorkCon Today for January 16th, 2023. This is the show where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my thoughts on them. Now, these are my thoughts. If you want to read these stories for yourself, come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. Check out the show notes down below, and in the first pinned comment, I'll put a link to it on CorkCardsNews.com for everything I talk about down there. Also, before we get into the stories, could you help me grow my family? Help me support my family, help me grow this channel. We would really appreciate your support. All you have to do is let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, but hit that subscribe or hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do, so they recommend our videos to more people, helping me support my family. Hopefully, we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, a few quick notes before we dive into everything. I'm back. It's great to be back. If you're kind of wondering what's up with Luke being back from the camera after a few years, hey, I have an announcement video and post. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. I'm back running Cord Cards News, and I'm very happy to be back here. Second, thanks to everybody who kind of stuck with us through this weekend as we migrated hosting. If you ever moved a website, you know it doesn't always go as smoothly as you think it should or would, but that's life. I think we got most of the major bugs worked out, but if you run into any bugs on the site, let me tell you that we're working on them, and letting us know is a huge help. Second, hey, if you haven't checked out our deal section, it's back, including a Fire TV 4K on sale for just $34.99. Check out the link in the show notes. That's going in very soon. I kind of thought that deal would already be done, but it's live as of the time of this posting. Link in the show notes. All right, let's dive into all the news of the day, starting off with a DirecTV losing 47% of its subscribers since AT&T bought it. Yes, if you haven't been paying attention to DirecTV, it's been in a bad way recently. So bad that AT&T has actually spun off DirecTV into its own company. It still owns a majority of it, but it gave up to the day-to-day operations. It's just kind of like, we own you. We don't want anything to do with you, DirecTV. You, DirecTV Stream, and AT&T Uverse TV, or whatever they're calling it now, you just go over there, you be by yourself, you just die in the corner. It's kind of what I feel like AT&T is doing to it. But since they bought it in 2015, 47% of their subscribers are gone, and that number is deceiving because it includes DirecTV Stream. AT&T no longer breaks out these numbers for us, so we don't have a way to say, well, this percentage is DirecTV Satellite, this is Uverse, and this is DirecTV Stream, for example. Very sorry about that. I gotta change the sleep timer on that. First time standing in front of the Fire TV for this. But since they don't break those out, it's very possible that DirecTV Satellite has actually lost more than half of its subscribers, and that maybe the Stream version is a majority of it. And AT&T, or DirecTV now, has been working very hard to push people off satellite to the Stream, and even telling a lot of people, hey, your satellite dish isn't working very well, let's switch you over to streaming. And that's been driving up the streaming numbers. And I wonder if that's a ploy to get people used to the idea of streaming and willing to ditch their expensive for DirecTV satellite service. It's a lot cheaper for them to stream you the TV than it is to put a satellite in space, maintain it, have all these dishes and installers and all kinds of stuff. The question now is, how long can DirecTV hang on? It's really struggling because it can't pull from AT&T anymore. It used to be they would be able to offer a bundle deal, right? Get AT&T wireless, get a discount on your TV, or get some type of other deal. And that's not possible now that they're an independent company. Even though they're technically an AT&T majority-owned company, they're independent, and AT&T has not partnered with them for a lot of the benefits out there. It'll be interesting. AT&T's had a bad run when it came to the mergers in the mid-2010s, I should say, in late 2010s. They were very big jumping into the world of TV. They were buying up Warner Media, and then they were buying up DirecTV, actually the other way around, but you get the idea. It's very interesting to see what happens with this going forward. I got a feeling that DirecTV is one of the most vulnerable companies out there. We'll have to wait and see what happens with it. All right, speaking of vulnerable companies looking for other ways to succeed, Comcast has announced plans to launch a Roku Fire TV competitor and sell it at Walmart. Now, you probably have already seen the box. The Comcast Flex player has been made available to internet subscribers and more, where you can go and use their Comcast X1 user interface to stream apps and more. Now, when it came out, it was kind of laughably bad. They had a subscription model for it where they want you to pay them $5 a month to have it, just for the right to stream apps that you can get on the Fire TV and the Roku with no cost once you buy it, and with very low starting points on Roku, Fire TVs, etc. Didn't make a lot of sense. Now, I will say, though, many customers were able to get the first Plex free. It's after that you had to pay. But Comcast is going to rebrand those Plex players as a Xumo box, which is the name of the free streaming service that they purchased back in 2020. Much like Pluto TV and the Roku channel, Xumo offers a huge collection of free ad-supported content. Now, Comcast is going to bake Xumo into the box, sell it at Walmart, and try to go head-to-head with Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Google TV, etc. Now the question is, will they be successful? I will say the Flex box is a lot better. When it first came out, the app support was dismal at best, and they've slowly gotten that better. It's still not as good as the Fire TV or Roku, but most of the major services are now there. And for a long time, they actually didn't bring in live TV services like YouTube TV, Sling TV, etc. They changed that, and now they do. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Would you subscribe to or would you buy a Comcast streaming player? Did you like the Comcast user interface enough to say, I want that in my cord cutting journey? Hey, we'll have to wait and see if that becomes a reality or not. But I'll put a link to this in the shorts down below with pictures of the streaming player. No date on when it's going to launch at Walmart other than it's going to happen in 2023. You know me, that means I'm going to pick it up and test it out for you. So make sure you subscribe here if you want to see a review of the Comcast Flex player sold at Walmart. All right, here is some truly sad news. I can't understand why they're doing that, to be honest with you. Nextar, which is the owner of a ton, one of the largest in the country, ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS stations, among others around the country, they've announced that they will no longer stream live local news live as it happens. Now, there's a few catches here. Start off with the fact that breaking news that doesn't air on the traditional cable, NBC, whatever network, will still stream free on their website. So when there's severe weather, they're still going to do those special online only streams. But the 6 o'clock news, the 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock news that used to stream for free live online is no longer going to be streamed online live. There's going to be a 2-hour delay. So the 11 o'clock stream or 10 o'clock news will either be midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning if you want to watch that, when probably most people don't want to watch it, to be honest with you. The 6 o'clock will become an 8 o'clock news, but you will, as a cord cutter, still be able to watch it live with an antenna, or if you subscribe to a service like YouTube TV, Sling TV, if you're in one of the few markets that offer locals, Hulu, Fubo, etc. The reality here is I think Nextar is trying to push people to go to paid services. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they launch their own paid service. But this doesn't stop at news. It also includes those local lifestyle shows that you probably see air in the middle of the day on weekdays. Really, live local programming like that has become very profitable, and Nextar really wants to help drive up viewership by forcing you to use a traditional TV service rather than using their stream. We'll see how it all plays out. Does this upset you? What do you think of the change here with Nextar ending live local streaming on Fox, NBC, ABC, and CBS of the ones they own? These are only Nextar-owned stations, which one of mine are here. I put a link to the story, which includes a link to the press release down there. I'd love to know what you think. All right, let's keep going here. Plex, real quick. If you haven't checked out Plex, Plex is a great way to manage your media from your home to your streaming players. I, a long time ago, digitalized all of our family videos, brought it to a place with the VHSs, and they turned them into DVDs that I ripped to my computer, put them on a server, and I can watch the home videos on my TV. But it's a lot more than that now. It's not just about managing your content. They have a huge collection of free ad-supported content, and they just added 6 new channels out there. If you haven't checked out Plex, and you have or you haven't done it in a long time, it's probably time to give Plex a second look. I would highly encourage you to check that out. So, all right, let's jump into one last thing. Do you have 5 minutes to help me? I would really appreciate your support. We have a survey we used to do every quarter. I know it kind of became irregular in the last few years, but we're back again doing it every quarter. This survey is about 5 minutes long, if that, honestly. If you rush through it, you probably do it in 2 minutes. But it asks you like, hey, why did you become a cord cutter? What type of streaming services do you use? What streaming players do you use? And questions like that. It's a huge help to us over at Cord Cutters News because it allows us to get an idea of what's happening in the world of cord cutting. It allows us to stay up to date on what's the pulse of cord cutting, what are the most popular devices, what are the most popular streaming services, and a whole lot more here. I can't underestimate how much this helps us grow and helps us cover the news for you. So I'll put a link to this survey down in the show notes below. I would really appreciate it if you could take a minute or two to fill it out. Hopefully it doesn't take you 5 minutes, but I think that's kind of the longest it would take if you rush through it. So link to that in the show notes down below. I'll be back tomorrow with another video like this. I'd love to hear what you think of the return of these Monday through Friday cord cutting todays. We did some product reviews of a Fire TV 4K Max yesterday and a Roku Express 4K. I'll put a link to those too. But check out the channel. Actually, just hit the channel. Check out the huge catalog of videos we have. So until next time, take care, be safe. I'll be back again real soon with another video here on the Cord Cutting YouTube channel. Thanks for your support. Check us out over at cordcuttersnews.com. There's a lot more stories over there than I covered here today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.